Okay, so we're gonna do a review. It's Oklahoma Joe Highland smoker. I got it from a couple weeks ago, and I just got it all together. Gonna not get too long-winded here, but just wanted to go over some of the mods that I've done. I've done some research, and I found that it was easier to accomplish those mods upon assembly. Still have some sealant to clean up and stuff, but let's go over this. So, got a couple matching thermometers. It came with one here. I went ahead and it had a plug here, but I went ahead and got a couple thermometers. It's somewhat of an upgrade. They come with the longer probe on the end. You want to get yourself some high temp RTV, which I work in aviation, and I had some stuff that was expired from my previous job. Whenever stuff expires, take it off the shelf. So I got some really good aviation grade high temp RTV, and sealed up all the openings. Sealed that up. You want to seal up your firebox completely where it attaches. You want to seal all your bolt holes, stuff like that. I got this fire seal. I didn't want to use the RTV around because it wasn't really adhering too well, so I bought this fire seal. You'll see a lot of guys put those on. It's looking like this here with the fire seal. It's kind of causing a little bit of a gap, so they make these clamps that lock on there, so I'm gonna have to order 2 more of those. And so really just the clamps, and there's one other thing I want to do to it. Let's see, just get a piece of dryer vent. A lot of guys you'll see, they'll put a 90 on the smokestack, come down and grab your smoke from a little bit lower. But so got this firebox on Amazon. I went with the cheaper firebox, and I'm happy I did. It's $40 cheaper and pretty good quality. Really happy with it. Got your grates in here. I just sprayed everything down with a high temp cooking spray, getting ready to season it after these seals have enough time to set, stick, and dry. Might be doing that tonight, seasoning this thing. The most labor intensive mod, I think it's the most beneficial mod. You'll see a lot of guys, they'll talk about these baffle plates. I did some research, and I found one online. It was like 140 bucks. You could buy it. It had a lot of different holes in it and stuff. This one's pretty unique, and it's kind of a prototype. Gonna see how it works. Give me a second here. So, like I said, I work in aviation, and I'm an aircraft structures guy. I do sheet metal. These 2 holes, I still need to get 2 bolts. But anyways, this is a piece of stainless. I tried using titanium, and it just wasn't playing nicely. So this is a piece of titanium here. Like I said, I don't even know how I'm going to use it yet. I made it fully adjustable. So right now, this piece of titanium just tray for a water pan. Get a few of these. I cut it to where I had enough clearance. Get a few of those, and maybe another shallow, wide one, but I got enough clearance for that. This little dish. But this tuning plate, it's a different story. Turn this brightness up here. Okay. So I designed this where this titanium I can adjust underneath accordingly. It's kind of on an angle, and if you look, I have clearance on both sides. It doesn't hit. Now, if I'm having issues, I may end up drilling some holes in this, strategically, but I think I'm going to leave it how it is and see how this works, and I'll adjust, I can adjust like this, up underneath. I also made this piece of titanium. This was part of the initial bend when it broke on the brake. I guess I could have made, 1, 2, 3 bends, and I could have got this 90, but this is stainless. It's good material. It's thick, so it'll be good. I wanted titanium just for the wow factor of it, but anyways, this kind of sits under there as a dual purpose. You know, they say a lot of heat comes up. I'm sure you watch other videos, people explaining why the baffle plates are necessary, but you've got this plate kind of sits in here like this, like so. Just kind of directs that smoke, you know, comes up, starts dividing the smoke and, you know, blocking the heat a little bit. So these heat tents, I had them when I bought this house. A woman left these heat tents for her barbecue or whatever. They were still wrapped in plastic, but I decided to have all my dimensions incorporate these as well, so I could slide those under there, end up with like a ripple type baffle. I think I'm just gonna start off with them like this, you know, rather than having holes in the tuning plate. Maybe these grooves will help, and I can possibly open the gap, close the gap, you know, go back here with it. Just I'm gonna play around with it and see how it works. But for now, that's how I got it set up. These thermocouples, I call them TCs. I wish I had a few that were a little bit longer, because I'd like to be able to route them through the smokestack. I'll show you what I mean. There's the tuning plate. I hope that works good, and I'm sure I'll be able to adjust it accordingly and get my results I'm looking for. But just like to get creative and try new things. I got this ThermoPro thermometer. We'll see how that thing performs. These will give me just a general, but I'm going to keep one in the back as well, in the center. I don't like these sitting on the seals. I'd like to see them come down and through the smokestack, because this is where I keep my receiver. I'll show you this little hook that I made, and then I also made a charcoal rake. Anyways, this ThermoPro is, I think it was like 50 bucks with shipping and everything, and it's not the Maverick, but I'm just getting started on this, and this is my first smoker, and you know, down the road I may start looking into some other higher end thermometers and stuff. I'm gonna get an instant thermometer too, but I like it. Used it in the oven the other night for some chicken breast, and it worked great. So I made this little hook as well. It's just a bolt with a little jam nut or set screw, and I made it to where I can hook this here, and it just rests on the bolt, and it serves as a hook too, so I can hang my charcoal rake. I made this charcoal rake. I purchased a Weber. Wasn't really happy with the quality. I've got it in the house right now. I'm gonna be sending it back, but I made this out of titanium. I was successful in getting the bend I wanted with this titanium. You can see I made multiple bends. I guess, like I said, I could have done that in there, but so I made some titanium. This will last a little longer than the Weber. It's got a nice stout handle. I made the handle a little longer, and also that Weber, it comes flat. There's no grooves, or there's no contour to it. So when you're trying to rake the coal and ash out of your pit, it's kind of squared off, whereas this one, it sits flush. You know, it's contoured with the pit. Like I said, I made the handle longer to keep my hands safe. And we'll see how that works. And it's also can be used as, you know, fire poker. But see, it's nice to have that longer handle. Keep your hands out of there. And that's about it. Like I said, the only two things I really want to do to it still. I think I can start cooking with it now. But the only two things I really want to do to it, I'd like to get that little $5 piece of smokestack, that little elbow. I guess you can kind of get your stack down here, and all that smoke has to work its way down and out, not just always up and out. You can kind of control it better. And like I said, I'd like to put some clamps on here. I can clamp it down tight, and hopefully get some performance out of this thing. Like I said, it's a birthday gift. I'm really happy with it. Got my little girly coffee can. I'm gonna get rid of that little girly thing, but yeah, I'm really happy with it. Did a lot of research, and this is the one I wanted, but there's some serious improvements you can make to it, and I guess it really improves your performance, and it's kind of what I'm going for. So I hope this video helped. Hope it gave you guys some good ideas. It's similar to some other videos you'll find, but I feel like I put a little unique creative touch on some things. And feel free to leave a comment below and let me know some ideas you have. I hope you enjoy the video. Thanks.